Today we're going to use base 10 blocks and bar models to divide the following numbers. Our dividend is the number that we're starting with, so the total number of objects. The divisor is the number of groups that we're going to be making. So right now our dividend is 42 and our divisor is 2. I'm going to start by drawing base 10 blocks to represent 42. I see that there's a 4 in the tens place, so I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4 tens blocks. And I see there's a 2 in the ones place, so I'm going to draw 2 ones. So that's going to be 2 cubes. So now my number represented is 42. I'm dividing by 2, so that means I need 2 groups. Sorry, it's being so blurry. But I'm going to draw 2 groups. 1, 2. As I'm distributing my 42, I'm going to be crossing them off. I need to make sure that there's an equal amount in each group. So I'm going to start by distributing my tens. I'm going to put 1 10 in the first group, 1 10 in the second group. I've used 2 tens, so I'm going to cross them out. Now I'm going to distribute the other tens. 1 10 can go in this group, the other 10 can go in this group, and I'm going to cross them out. So now I've distributed all my tens, so each group has 2 tens, or 21s. Now I'm going to be distributing my ones. I can put 1 1 in here, and 1 1 in here. I've used both of my ones. So in each group, there are 2 tens and 1 ones, or 21 ones. 42 divided by 2 is 21. I can check my answer using a bar model. A bar model is when we draw a large rectangle or a bar. Our total amount is the number we're starting with, our dividend, which is 42. And then we're going to break this bar equally into 2 groups because we're dividing by 2. And I'm thinking, what can I have in each part that's going to be the same to equal 42? Well, I know, based on what we just did here, 21 plus 21 equals that 42 we started with. So my answer is correct. I'm going to move on to part B. All right, we're going to do 52 divided by 2. We're going to start by drawing out our base 10 blocks. We have 5 tens, so I'm going to draw 5 tens blocks, and we have 2 ones, so 2 rectangles, or 2 cubes. We're dividing by 2 again, so I'm going to draw 2 groups. And now we're going to start distributing. I'm going to put 1 10 in the first group, 1 10 in the second group. I've used 2 of my tens in total, so I'm going to cross out 2 of my tens. We're going to do the same thing here. Put 1 10 in here, another 10 in here, cross out the 2 tens that I used. We only have 1 10 left. We can't evenly split that between 2 groups, so what we can redo is regroup. 1 10 equals 10 ones. So I'm going to cross out this 1 10. I'm going to add 10 ones to the 2 tens I already had. So if I'm adding 10 tens to the 2 tens I had, I should have 12 tens by the end of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have 12 ones because I regrouped that 1 10. So now I can distribute, and I know my basic facts of 12 ones divided into 2 groups. Well, I know that 12 divided by 2 is 6 because 2 times 6 is 12. So I'm going to try that. I'm going to put 6 cubes into each group. All right, so now I've used 12 cubes. I'm going to cross out 12 cubes to see if I have any left over. Oh, no cubes are left over. So that means I have a remainder of 0 because there's nothing left over. I can now see how much my quotient, which is how much cubes are in each group. I have 2 tens and 6 ones. So that means that I have 26 ones. Our quotient, or an answer to a division problem, is 26. I'm going to check my answer with a bar model. I'm going to draw my bar. I'm going to make my total be 52 because that's the number I'm starting with, also known as my dividend. I'm splitting this into 2 groups because we're dividing by 2. Thinking to myself, what can I add twice to get to 52? These numbers need to be the same because they're equally split. Well, let's see. 26 plus 26 equals 52. So 26 makes sense. 26 is my answer. We're going to do chart C now. 45 divided by 3. start by writing out 45 with 4 tens blocks, 5 ones, all right, become less blurry. All right, so now we're going to be distributing into 3 groups. We're dividing by 3. Here we go. And so now I'm going to be drawing 3 circles or 3 groups. We're going to start by distributing our tens. 1 10, 2 tens, 3 tens. We're going to cross out the tens. Now let's see, we're distributing evenly between 3 groups. I only have 1 10 left, so I can't distribute that evenly between 3 groups. So that means we need to regroup this 1 10. I know that 1 10 is the same as 10 ones. So I'm going to cross out my 10 and I'm going to draw out 10 ones. So I just added these 10 ones to the 5 ones I already had. So in total, I have 15 ones. Oh, well, I know that 15 distributed evenly into 3 groups. I think that's going to get me 5 ones in each group. I'm going to double check. I'm going to draw 5 ones in each group. I'm going to cross out the 15 ones that I just did to see if there's any left over. Nope, I got all my ones distributed. So now that I have no more ones, I know my remainder is 0, and I can count how many cubes I have in just one group. I have 1 10 and 5 ones. So my answer to 45 divided by 3 is 15. My quotient is 15. I can check my work with a bar model. I'm going to draw my rectangle and my bar. The total is going to be 45, which is our dividend. This time we're splitting it into 3 groups. So I'm going to try to make those groups equal. Doesn't have to be perfect. I'm thinking, what can I add 3 times the same number that's going to get us to 45? Well, I know that 15 plus 15 plus 15 equals 45. So I'm going to put 15 in each group. 45 split into 3 groups means 15 is in each group. My answer is correct. Last one. So now we're going to be doing 72 divided by 3. All right, we're going to start by drawing out 72 using base 10 blocks. I'm starting with 7 tens, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 2 ones. I'm going to be splitting this into 3 groups. So I'm going to draw my 3 groups again. I'm going to start distributing. Put 1 10 in each group, cross out each of those tens. Put another 10 in each group, cross out all 3 of those tens. Oh, I only have 1 10 left, but I have 3 groups. So I need to regroup this 10 into 10 ones. Let's see. Now that I've regrouped my 1 10 into 10 ones, and I'm adding that to the 2 ones I already had, in total, I have 12 ones. I'm splitting 12 ones into 3 groups. I'm thinking to myself, what can I multiply by 3 to get to 12? Well, I know that 3 times 4 equals 12, so let me try putting 4 ones in each group. I've just drawn 12 ones or distributed 12 ones into my group, so I'm going to cross out 12 ones. And now I've used all my cubes, so I know my remainder is 0 and I'm done dividing. I'm going to see how many cubes I have in each group. I have 2 tens and 4 ones, so that means that our quotient is 24. I can check with a bar model. My dividend, which is the number I'm starting with, is 72. I'm splitting this into 3 equal groups. I'm thinking, what number can I add 3 times to get to 72? Let's try 24 since that's the answer that we got over here. Let's see, I wanted to add this up or just multiply by 3. Either one is fine. 4 plus 4 plus 4 is 12. Carry the 1. 2 plus 2 plus 2 is 6 plus 1 is 7. Look, that's the number that we started with. We know 24 is correct.